Hi, this is Ajanta ma'am. Please subscribe my channel. Hit the like button as well as the bell icon for a complete analysis into your short stories, poems as well as Shakespeare. This video is about Merchant of Venice, the trial scene, Act 4, Scene 1. Very important for your upcoming boards. After the mercy speech, Portia says why this bond is forfeit, and lawfully by this the Jew may claim and a pound of flesh to be by him cut off, nearest the merchant's heart. Bid me tear the bond, Shylock says, when it is paid according to the tenor. So, why do you think the bond is forfeit? In the trial scene, when Portia says why this bond is forfeit, why do you think she says that the bond is forfeit? And what is the implications of this forfeiture? Now, Portia finally gives her verdict that the bond is forfeit. Antonio has failed to repay the loan within the time limit, and now Shylock refuses to accept any compromise. He will not let go unless and until he takes the pound of flesh from Antonio. He is not ready to accept even 10 times the principal amount. This means Antonio must suffer the penalty mentioned in the bond. What does the bond state? The bond states that if the sum of 3,000 ducats is not paid within 3 months, Shylock will have the right to cut off a pound of flesh from Antonio's body. Thus now Shylock is entitled to cut off a pound of flesh nearest the heart, as he says, of the merchant, that is Antonio. So Portia is trying to appeal to Shylock, and she does make this appeal so that the Jew can change his stance. While giving her verdict that the bond is forfeit, the Jew can claim a pound of flesh, and therefore Portia is trying to make her last attempt to plead for the Jew's mercy. She asks him to accept thrice, 3 times the amount, to plead for the Jew's mercy, and she asks him to accept thrice the money and let her tear the bond. Portia before that has heard the Jew's answers to all kinds of appeals, where he says no. And she understands that he will not listen to her also, because he seems obdurate. He will not move from his stance. But she wants to prove in the court that Shylock is inhuman and cruel. And if he is ultimately caught in the trap of law, none will have sympathy for him. So Portia for the last time appeals to Shylock to show mercy to Antonio. Then Shylock's reply to Portia's speech is, when it is paid according to the tenor, it doth appear you are a worthy judge and you know the law. Your exposition hath been most sound. I charge you by the law, whereof you are a well-deserving pillar. Proceed to judgment. By my soul I swear there is no power in the tongue of man to alter me. I stay here on my bond. Shylock praises, in these lines Shylock praises Portia and calling her a worthy judge. Her interpretation of the law has been correct. The Duke calls upon the judge in the name of law, which she is a pillar, to deliver the judgment and be over with it. Here Shylock swears that there is no power in the words of any man to make him change his mind, and he will stick firmly to the terms of the bond. His two reasons for not being able to relent are, first of all, he hates Antonio, who has done him a lot of harm, who has humiliated him, and therefore it will give him a lot of pleasure to inflict penalty on this Christian merchant. And second most important point is that Shylock pretends to have taken an oath. He has taken an oath and he has vowed, prayed to God not to accept money but to obtain the penalty. That's what he says. He cannot violate, therefore he cannot violate the sacred oath that he has taken. And he will not do such a thing for the whole wealth of Venice. Therefore, Shylock stands obdurate. So, in this trial scene, we see the lawyer, who is Portia. She is deliberately using a distinct method in the conduct of this case in order to expose Shylock's true motives. And everyone in the court also feels that Shylock is inflexible and Shylock is cruel because he is not submissive to any pleas. Thank you for watching my videos. Do continue to watch my videos, upcoming videos, as well as my previous videos. And I have made a lot of videos for your explanations of your stories, of your poems, as well as Merchant of Venice.